Hello students, in today's lecture we'll continue with the lessons on semiconductors. In this section we'll study about special purpose PN junction diode. Before we study about special purpose PN junction diodes, I request you to go through our videos 14 part A and part B, where we studied about conductors, semiconductors, insulators, energy band theory, intrinsic semiconductor, extrinsic semiconductors, N-type semiconductors, P-type semiconductors, forward biasing a PN junction and reverse bias PN junction. The knowledge about these chapters is essential to continue our studies on PN junction diodes. Let us start. Please see the figure shown. Here we will learn about photodiodes. Photodiodes are electronic devices which convert light energy into electricity or electrical energy. Basically, photodiodes are PN junction. Please see the figure here on the left side. We have a PN junction, a P-type material, and on the right side N-type material. We have studied about PN junction in the previous chapter. As we know, holes are the majority carriers on the P-type of material, semiconductor, and electrons are majority current carrier in the N-type material. In between the two, we have also studied that there is a depletion region. In the depletion region, we have on the right side positively charged space charge and on the left side negative space charge. So, photodiodes are extensively used in detecting brightness of the light, and photodiodes operate in the reverse bias. Please note, it operates in the reverse bias. So the reverse bias connection is shown in this diagram on the left hand side. This is a battery connected. Negative is connected to the P side and positive is connected through a load resistance to the N side of the semiconductor. Basically, the photodiodes operate in the depletion region or the space charge region, which is negative, shown in blue colored between the junction, and a red color on the right side, a positive red color on the right side. So what happens when we reverse bias? The holes which are minority carriers here in the space region move towards the left side. These holes located in the space charge region or the depletion region move towards the left side in this direction, and the electrons move towards the right hand side because of this positive charge or the reverse bias. Reverse bias means here negative, and these holes are attracted towards the negative side and the electrons are attracted toward the right side. So one of the requirement is we should have as the space charge region or depletion region as large as possible. Please see the energy band diagram here. Energy band diagram here. At the bottom, there is a valence band. Holes are located here, and the electron, and because of the light falls on this depletion region, when the light falls, these electrons here in the valence band gain energy and jump to the conduction band, and thus a hole is created in the valence band. You see here, light is falling on the valence band, and electron has moved to the conduction band. So the reverse bias characteristics, as we have studied in the previous section, is like this. When the current is, when the bias is increased, voltage, this is voltage and this is I. When the reverse bias, the negative voltage is increased, the current almost remains constant, and it is constant, and the electrical, because and due to this the electrical current flows in the circuit as shown in the as per the direction shown here, that it is the current flows like this. So when we increase the light, when the light is increased, this voltage increases. So as the light is more in the dark region, this is the yellow color is the dark region. When dark light is in the darkness, it will have same characteristics as a PN junction. But when the light falls, depending on the intensity of the light, the current varies, or the current varies as shown in the diagram. So more light means more current in the reverse direction. Let us go to the next slide. A photodiode is a special purpose PN junction diode with a transparent window to allow light to fall on the diode. You please see the figure here. Please see the figure here. The light is falling on the depletion region. The electrons and holes in the depletion region, that is the space charge, is responsible for photodiode functioning. It is operated under reverse bias. Please see the battery connection here. Negative terminal is connected to the P side and positive is connected to N side via a load resistance R and a microammeter. This microammeter measures the current flowing in the circuit. The diode is fabricated such that the generation of electrons and hole pairs takes place in or near the depletion region of the diode. That is, the electrons and holes and electrons are recombined, and generation takes place in the depletion region. Due to electric field of the junction, electrons and holes are separated before they recombine. Before they recombine, the electric field is generated. Please note here, electric field is generated. The direction of electric field is such that electrons reach N side. Electrons reach the N side here because of this positive charge. The electrons here reach the N side and holes here reach the P side. And holes are collected on P side, giving rise to an EMF. When the external load is connected, the current flows. That is, the circuit is completed here. Here the circuit is completed and the current flows in this direction. It is easier The magnitude, please note, the magnitude of the photo current depends on the intensity of the light. As seen in the previous slide, if the intensity of the light falling on the space charge region increases, the light also, the intensity of the light in the current increases. That is, if intensity is more, the current is also more. It is easier to observe the change in the current with the change in light intensity if a reverse bias is applied. This also we have seen in the previous graph. We can observe if the light intensity increases, the current also increases. Thus, photodiode can be used as a photodetector to detect optical signals. These photodiodes are used for switching on and switching off the street lights. In the evening, when the darkness happens and the light becomes dull or dark, the photodiode detects the darkness and switches on the street lights. This is one of the main applications of the photodiode. Previous slide. See here, it is a forward bias. P is connected to P positive and N side is connected to negative. So LED is a forward bias and light, and it is connected to a transparent section. So when the light is emitted from here, it is visible. When a diode is forward biased, electrons are sent from N to P where they are minority carriers, and holes are sent from P to N where they are minority carriers. So both the current flow is due to minority carriers. At the junction boundary, the concentration of minority carriers increases compared to the equilibrium concentration, that is, when there is no bias. Thus, at the junction boundary, on either side of the junction, excess minority carriers are there which recombine. Please note, minority carriers recombine with the majority carriers near the junction. Hence, on recombination, the energy is released in the form of photons. When minority carriers recombine with the majority carriers, then energy is released in the form of photons. Photons with energy equal to or slightly less than the band gap are emitted. When the forward current of the diode is small, the intensity of light is emitted is small. As the forward current increases, intensity of the light increases and reaches a maximum. Further increase in the forward current results in decrease of the light intensity. LEDs are biased such that the light emitting efficiency is maximum. The VI characteristics of LED is similar to that of a silicon junction diode under forward. The VS normal silicon junction diode, but the threshold voltages are much higher and slightly different for each color. The reverse breakdown voltage of LEDs are very low, typically 5 volts. So care should be taken that high reverse voltage does not appear across them. The symbol of light emitting LED is shown here. It is just a arrow mark here with a light and positive side here, P side, and N side, negative here. And this is also shown as positive, negative, and light. This is also with a circle also it is shown. These are the LED symbol and shape. Burger alarm systems, optical communication, etc. Now, research has been completed for developing white LEDs, which can replace which have already replaced incandescent bulbs, incandescent lamps. We have seen our house, we have removed filament bulbs, and we are nowadays we are using LEDs which emit white light. LEDs have the following advantages over conventional incandescent low power lamps. So that means earlier in olden days we were using incandescent bulbs. Now LEDs have certain advantages over these bulbs. One is low operational voltage and less power. LED bulbs consume less power and it has got low operational voltage. Fast action and no warm up time required. Fast action is required in the remote control devices where when we are changing the TV channels using a remote control, the changeover from one channel to another channel should take place very fast. Hence, LEDs are very helpful to have a fast action and it does not get heated up. The bandwidth of emitted light is 100 angstroms to 500 angstroms, or in other words, it is nearly but not exactly monochromatic. Long life and ruggedness. LED bulbs have long life and it is very rugged. Fast on off switching capability. On off, as soon as we press the button, it gets on. You must have observed while switching on and switching off LED remote controls and TVs also. Please see the diagram shown here. Here is a solar cell. Solar cell is shown here. It is a P-type material here and N-type. On N-type, metallic contacts are connected here through which the diodes generate current and it is passed on through a single conductor. This is the light, sunlight falling on the semiconductor, N side of the material with a um, with an energy of H nu or HF metallized. So when this light falls, electrons move from valence band to conduction band, or this electrode is, these are the electrodes. The important criteria for selection of material for solar cell fabrication are band gap. The band gap should be 1 electronic volt to 1.8 electronic volt. High optical absorption, that is approximately is equal to 104 centimeter, 104 per centimeter. Electrical conductivity, so transfer. So there should be good conductivity and availability of raw material. Note that sunlight is not always required for solar cell. Any light with photon energy greater than band gap will generate current. Band gap will do. Solar cells are used to power electronic devices in satellites, space vehicles, and also as power supply to some calculators. Production of low-cost photovoltaic cells for large-scale solar energy is a topic of research. Now, having studied PN junction photovoltaic devices like photodiodes, LED and solar cells. Now we will study about digital electronics and logic gates. In electronic circuits like amplifiers, oscillators, the signal or current or voltage has been in the form of continuous time varying voltage or current. Such signals are called analog signals. These signals will have a variation with respect to time, which will have amplitude as well as the time dependent frequency. These signals, we have studied about these signals in our AC circuits. A pulse waveform has discrete values of voltages. So, in digital signaling or digital electronics, we use pulse waveform. As a discrete values of voltages. It is convenient to use binary numbers to represent such signal. Hence, these signals are used, or binary numbers are used to represent these signals. A binary number has always two digits, either two states, either 0 or 1. Say, when the switch is on, it is 1, and when the switch is off, it is 0. In digital electronics, we use these two levels of voltages, which are called digital signals. Digital signal has two levels, one 0 level, on, off, open, close, two status only. Other than that, there are no third stage. In digital circuits, only two, 0 or 1 of the input and output voltages are permissible. So these levels are applicable for both input as well as output. The basic building blocks of digital electronics are called logic gates. See, basic building blocks are logic gates, which process the digital signals in specific manner. Logic gates are used in calculators. Please note, we are using calculators, where we are using calculators, digital watches, digital computers, robots, industrial control systems, and in telecommunication circuits and applications. A light switch is an example of a digital circuit. We have been using switches in electrical circuit, and these switches are an example of a digital circuit. When light is either on or off, depending on the switch position, when the light is on, the output value is 1. When the light is off, the output value is 0. Please remember, these two levels only are permissible. Please see the diagram here. This is a analog signal. Here, the signals are varying with respect to the amplitude of the signal is varying with respect to time. Whereas in digital signal, this is the example of a digital signal where output appears as pulses. So pulses have a level 0 here on the top and level 0 at the bottom. So when we are referring to this level, it is 1, and when we refer to this level, it is 0. And this level is 1. So therefore there are only two. In between these logic gates. A gate is a digital circuit that follows certain logical relationship between input and output voltages. Therefore, they are called logic gates. Gates because they control the flow of information. The 5 common logic gates used are NOT, AND, OR, NAND, and NOR. That is AND, OR, NOT, NAND, and NOR. Each logic gate is indicated by a symbol and its function is defined by a truth table. The table which defines the function of the gate is called a truth table that shows all possible input combinations, logic level combinations with their respective output logic. So, table shows the relationship between input or possible inputs and the output. Truth table helps understand the behavior of logic gates. These logic gates can be realized using semiconductor device. Hence, these logic gates are made up of semiconductor devices like diodes. Let us study about a NOT gate. Okay, NOT gate. This this is the most basic gate with one input and one output. A NOT gate has only one input and one output. It produces a 1. Please see the figure. A is one input and Y is one output. There is no other output. So it is represented by this symbol shown in the figure. It is a triangle and a circle. And two input terminals. Input terminal is 1 and output terminal is 1. So when the input is represented by A. So A can either have, as we know, digital signal. A can either have 0 or 1. Similarly, Y can have 0 or 1. So the relationship, produce an inverted version. That means the function of a NOT gate is NOT of A. That is, if A is 0, output will be ulta. That is reverse. It will be 1. If A is 0, output is 1. And if input is 1, A is 1, output is 0. That is, it reverses, which is NOT of A. Y is equal to NOT of A. That is, NOT of 0 is 1. NOT of 1 is 0. This is a NOT gate. OR gate. An OR gate has two or more inputs with one output. So, two or more input. The two inputs are A and B. And the NOR gate OR gate is represented as shown in the figure. So, this is an OR gate. OR gate shape, you see, it has two inputs and the input side is slightly curved here, and this shape is like an arch of a circle. So this is the shape of an OR gate, and output is shown as Y here. The output is single output Y. Y is the output. A and B are inputs. So let us study what is the relationship. So the inputs are shown, possible inputs are A and B. So A can be 0 and B can be 0. This is shown here. So the OR gate says the output Y, in OR gate, output Y is 1 when either A is high. So if any of the input is high, the output is high. Or we can say, if any of the input is 1, the output is 1. Apart from carrying out the above mathematical logic relationship, this gate can be used for modifying the pulse waveform. This can also be used as a modifying. So when input is high, when any of the input, even if one input is high, the output is high. Say for example, when A is 1, the output is 1. So one input is high, so output is high. Here similarly, if B is high, the output is high. If both are high, the output is high. So any one or both are high, the output is high. If both are zero, output is zero. Please remember this relationship. Or means this, the current can pass through this or that or both. When both are 1, output is 1. If any one is 1, output is 1. Either one A is 1 or B is 1, output is 1. This relationship is called OR gate, and this it is represented like AND gate. An AND gate has two or more inputs. Two or more inputs and one output. See here. The difference between OR gate and AND gate representation. AND gate has got a straight line and two or more inputs as earlier, A or B. But its representation is like this, and this shape is here this shape is also, it has got one straight line and one arch. This is the shape and one output Y. And let us see its relationship. The output of Y of AND gate is 1 only when input A and B are both are 1. So here both should be 1. A should also be 1 and B should also be 1. Then only Y will be 1. Otherwise, if any one is 0, the output is 0. Any one, output is 0. So here both are 0, it is 0. Here A is 0, so output is 0. And B is 0, output is 0. So any one is 0, output is 0. If both are 1, here in this case you see, this is A is 1, B is 1, output is Y is 1. This is the AND gate. NAND gate. NAND gate is called AND gate followed by a NOT gate. If this is it has got two or more inputs and the symbol is same as an AND gate and a inverter here. It reverses the output. Okay, this is a NOT. This is a NOT and this is an AND. So combination is called NAND. That is NOT of an AND. This is an AND gate followed by a NOT gate. If input A and B are both are 1, the output is not 1. If both are 1, the output is not 1. The gate gets its name from NOT of an AND behavior. NAND gates are also called universal gate. So NAND gate is called a universal gate. Sometimes there may be a multiple choice questions or a new type question. Please remember. Since by using these gates, NAND gate, you can realize all other basic gates. That is, using a NOT gate, you can form an OR gate can be formed using NAND gate. Please remember. So this is the logical table. Inputs A and B are shown here. Not is if any of the input is 0, output is 1. So you see here both are 0, output is 1. If any one input is 0, output is 1. See here. When both are 1, output is 0. This is reverse of a AND gate. It is inverted. NOR gate. NOR gate is shown in the diagram. It has two more inputs and this is the symbol of OR gate and this is an inverter. Inverter of an OR gate, that is a NOR gate. NOR gate has two or more inputs and one output Y. A NOT operation applied after a NOR operation applied after not operation, not operation applied after OR gate gives a not of an OR gate. That is a NOR gate. Its output is 1 only when both A and B are 0. So when both A and B are 0, then only its output is 1. Otherwise, if any of the input is 0, output is 0. If any of the input is 1, the output is 0. It is not of an OR. You see here, A and B are 0, hence output is 1. And here input is 1, B is 1, so output is 0. A is 1, output is 0. When both A and B are 1, it is 0. So with this, we come to the conclusion of this chapter. Before we conclude, let us revise about the NOR gate. A NOR gate has 2 or more inputs and 1 output. A NOT operation applied after OR gate gives a NOT of an OR gate or simply NOR gate. Its output Y is 1 only when both inputs are 0. That is either one input nor the other is 1. NOR gates are considered as universal gates because you can also obtain all these gates like AND or NOT by using only NOR gates. With this, we conclude the part C of chapter 14 of semiconductor. In the next section, we will take up question and answer. Thank you.